On number 13, again, we recognize that it's in that form right here that we did from the problem above. So we need to figure out how to rewrite this as something cubed minus something cubed. So we want to know what times itself 3 times would give us 54. If you don't know, you can take your calculator out and use this button right here. Or you might have like a little caret, which makes like a little up arrow, whichever you have, okay? So we could just play the guessing game, or you could just do, you could do 3 times 3 times 3, and that gave me 27, so that didn't work. Or you could hit this button, oopsie, you could hit the 3 first, and then raise it to whatever power. So again, you get 27. So 3 didn't work, so let me try 4 cubed, oopsie, 4 cubed, and that gave me 64. So that didn't work. So if 3 is too small and 4 is too big, that means we need to go a different way about this. Remember that there are some things that you should always do when you're factoring, and one of those things is to always pull out what they share. So we look at 54 and 16, and we see if we can divide them by any number first. So if you want to make your little tree off to the side and see what they share, you can. So this step is premature. So the first thing that we're going to do is divide out a 2, because they can both be divided by 2. They don't share any letters, so we're going to keep the letters. If we divide the 54 by 2, if you don't know, just plug it in your calculator, and you should get 27. I thought so, but I'm on camera, so I'm just checking. And then we keep our a cubed minus, we get 8, and then we write our number back, okay? So now this 2, this 2 right here just goes along for the ride, and we're only focusing on this right here. And now we try to do that step again. How can we rewrite this as something cubed minus something cubed, okay? So again, this 2 is just gonna go along for the ride, okay? So what times what gives us 27? We've already done that. 3 times 3 is 9 times 3 is 27. So we have a 3 here. And then we have a cubed, which is just going to be a. 2 times 2 is 4 times 2 is 8. And then to get that cubed, we just write our b. So essentially, this is that first term, and this is that second term that we're going to plug into this equation right here, okay? So that 2, again, just goes along for the ride. And then we just plug our stuff in. So it's our a. It's funny because this already has an a, but we write this underlined part first, and then it's the same sign, so we write a minus, and then we write this underlined part here, which is 2b. And then this first one is a squared, or a squared, which is this part right here. So that means we need to write it twice and see what we get. So we get 9a squared. So I'm going to write that here. Then we do the opposite sign, and then we're doing a times b. So this is our a, which is 3a, and then our b is 2b right here. So 3 times 2 is 6, and then ab. So 6ab. And then last, it's always positive, so I write a plus. And then it's b squared. So our b is actually 2b, so I'm going to write 2b twice. Solve that, we get 4b squared. And that goes here for the final answer.